Hi everyone, this is Beatrice, and today for Organizational Tuesday, I'm going to show you how I use Evernote as my source of cataloging my stuff. Mostly right now, like it's a work in progress. I started working on it about a year and a half ago, and I have done about, I believe all my stamps are cataloged. Most of my stencils are cataloged, and little by little I'm building to it, and I try to always add, as soon as I get a package in, I try to sit down and add what I have received so that I don't fall behind and have a mess again. And the reason why I started using Evernote was because having the paper catalog, you have to drag that around, and sometimes I go shopping and I don't plan on going shopping, and I'll end up at a Michael's or or an AC Moore or whatever it is, and I'm standing in front of, let's say for example, the ink pads or stamps, and I have actually had 3 sets of the same exact stamp because I could not go back to my catalog because it was home and I wasn't going to pass up a 50% off coupon. So with Evernote, you can have it on your computer, you can have it on your iPad, you can have it on your phone. It doesn't matter where you upload from or where you add your notes from. They will simultaneously save in your cloud-ish kind of thing. So Evernote works like a notebook. So think of your Evernote being your binder. So you would, if you don't have an Evernote account, you would start an account, and it will give you the option to download Evernote, which I have it already downloaded into my computer. So I am going to come into my little finder and I am going to write Evernote. And as you can see, my top hit is right there. You can, oh, you can't see down below, but there you go. Right there, you see it bouncing up and down. It will soon pop up. Okay, I'm having issues, so let's not send a crash report. Just open up. My computer is ancient, so it takes a little while, so I do apologize for that. We're going to close that window up. And you're going to see how simple it is to not only store your items, but also find them if you are looking for a specific stamp. So if you look on my screen, and I'm going to try to zoom over so that you can see a little better. Okay. Sorry about the movement, but I want to get you in screen. Okay. If you look right here, you will see notebooks. Notebooks are basically your different categories. So I think of them as notebooks. I have my die cuts, my distressings, embossing folders, molds and templates, let's see, punches, and then I even have some of my favorite recipes, my stamp catalog, stencils. So let's go to my stamp catalog. You would click on it. Actually, I want to just show you something real quick. If you look down here, it says I have 229 notes. So we'll click on stamp notes, and you will see on the left hand side all the stamps with pictures, and I am a visual person, so I need pictures. You will see all the different stamps that are in there, and what I did was I did one note for each stamp set, or if I was going to bundle them because maybe it was one of those one-off stamps, I put them all on one specific note. So how do you create a note? We go right up here. You will see right here in the middle right there. It says new note in stamp catalog. So I would click on that, and that's going to be your blank page. So because it's a blank page, you would put in, and I think I have a stamp here that I have not added to my stamp catalog yet. I just gotta find it. Bear with me. Okay, I have this Heidi Swap. See if you can see that. This big Heidi Swap background stamp. And what I do, and I do have to go in there and fix where my stamps actually are, because I have changed. I went from having my stamps in a scrap rack, so I had them numbered by pages, to, and I will show you in a little bit how I have them now. So we have this Heidi Swap. Oh, why do I have this paper in here? We have this Heidi Swap stamp. Now I'm going to show you how I do it. I go up here in my title and I would write in, and let's see what this one is called. All right, this one doesn't really have a name, so we're going to call this Heidi Swap background. All right, so I would write Heidi Swap. Oh, why is it doing that? Heidi Swap, and I would use a colon, background, and we'll call that ledger because it kind of looks like a ledger. I don't know if you can see that. Let me see if I'm in focus. So we're going to call that background ledger. All right, so the next thing I would do is I would write it again, Heidi Swap, background ledger, quantity of stamps in set 1. This is just one big stamp. If there would have been 7 little stamps, I would have put 7. Style, I will write clear. Oh, I spelled that wrong. Clear acrylic. If it would have been a rubber stamp, I would have put, rubber cling stamp. If it would have been a wooden stamp, I would have put wood mounted stamp. And then in my storage index, this is going to go with my backgrounds. So basically in my storage index, depending on how you store your stamps, whether it be in a scrap rack or if you have them in binders or if you have them the Jennifer McGuire and Christina Werner way, you would put where you would have it. I don't like to store my stamps by company because I don't think that way. I think by what they are. So in other words, I want to be able to go to my sentiments and just go straight to my sentiments and not have to go through, Lawn Fawn and all the different companies. So the next thing I would do is I would open a browser and then I would Google. Now you can do this 2 ways. You can do it this way. So it's Heidi Swap, and then over here on my package, I don't see it, no, you can see that right by my nail, is an item number or a model number. So I am going to enter HS01140, and I am hoping that it pops up. It might. Yes, it does. So if you go to images, you're going to get a ton of different pictures. Basically what I do is I will go to one and I will save image as and change this to my desktop, and I'll make this Heidi Swap. Okay, and I would save it. That's one way. The other way would be to go and copy link location. So either way, if you went in here, you went back to your note, skip a couple lines, you can paste your link location. I personally don't like that because I want to see the picture. If I'm not mistaken, and I'm going to try this with you, I am going to open it up, and I'm pretty sure I can copy and paste it as well. Let's see. Copy image, paste. Okay, well, there's one way of doing it, copying and pasting it, or you would go down and you would attach, which you see that right here up here in the corner, attach file. And we would go to desktop and we name that HS. You would click on HS and open. And that's a smaller picture. So you only need one. So I will keep that one. And with that, I'm done. I am done with, oh, actually no, I'm not done. You would click up here on the top. You see where it says click to add tags? And then you can add the tags you want. So I'm going to put background. I'm going to put handwriting. Words, large stamp. And you can put whatever it is you want. Flourishes, and then that's it. It automatically saves. This little thing right here, let me see if I can zoom to it. Right here, if you were to click on that, it would automatically refresh into every one of your, like whether you have it on your phone, it would, upload. So, with that said, that's done. Now, let's say for example, we are looking for a specific stamp. All right, let's go here to search. And let's say I want a stamp that says happy birthday. Oh, it'd help if I spelled it right. Happy birthday to you. I want it specific. So everything that says happy birthday to you, as you can see right here, it says that there's 10 notes found. And you can click on each one. And as you can see in my picture, whatever those words I put in have been highlighted. If I go to the next one, it actually only highlighted 2. But because in my catalog, up here in my tags, if you go through my tags, I am sure you're going to find, happy birthday to you, because that was probably one of the reasons why, I put it in there. Oh, clicked the wrong button. So let's go to on a pedestal. You see how it says happy birthday, happy to you. I mean, it's not perfect, but it'll get you pretty close to what you're looking for. Now, if you wanted to look for, let's say, a dog, and you return, you would get 6 notes that have the word dog in it. Some of them may be dogs, like that one, but I don't, oh, look at the image, and the word dog is actually in there. Barely, but it's there. So it automatically picks up these words for you. If you look at this one, I don't know why it picked this up, but I guess it thought it's a dog. Can't see that one. This one definitely has a dog in it because I put it right up here in my tags. And again, it thought that the word you was dog. So it's not perfect, but it is as close to perfect as it can get. So let's go to my notebooks and let's check out, let's see what else do I have a lot of stuff in. Distressings. Okay, it only says I have 8. I have a lot more than 8. This is one of those categories that I need to add stuff to. I have all my different inks that I own. And again, I took pictures off the internet. Now, if you want to be really specific, you can put exactly, in like storage index, you would put exactly where you have them. Where do you have them? Do you have them in drawer number 3 of your Alex? I would put Alex and put what drawer they're in. Okay, so that is my way of doing, what do you call it? Cataloging my items. Here's one that I took a picture of, and you can take a picture with your iPhone or your whatever phone you have, and you can upload it. If you, for example, that is probably, I don't even know, you know, I wrote an unknown manufacturer. There's 7 in the set. It's a clear acrylic, and then I have to fix this because I actually gave this one, I'm giving this one to somebody. I don't have anyone in my family with the letter L as a initial, so I have a friend whose name is Leda, and she's getting this stamp. So anyway, but here's how it would look if you added your own picture. Then I have a few that I've stamped and then took a picture of. Like, for example, this one. This was a bunch of little mishmash stamps. I put them all together, and again, unknown manufacturer, number of stamps. There's 21 stamps. They're acrylic, and at the time I had them under H10. It was holiday, my holiday section, and they were the 10th pack of stamps. So today I am going to actually go in and I'm going to correctly index where my stuff is, because it has changed twice since this stamp was actually put into the catalog. So give me 1 second and I will show you how I store my stamps. I'm not going to say all 200 and whatever it was are in here, because I have wood-mounted stamps that live in a drawer. And those I am actually contemplating unmounting them. So what I've done is I have purchased Avery L stamp storage pockets. And they're pretty awesome because they're very thick, as you can hear. And what I have done is I've created labels. And the other thing I did was I bought a package of cheap paper of white, I want to say it was Georgia Pacific or something like that, in like Walmart, where they were pretty cheaply priced. And I cut all my paper down to, and I should have done this before, a little under 5 1/4 by 7. That's the size of the paper. And for example, this Avery L snow globe has a stamp set, and it has the coordinating dies in the back. I have taken a piece of magnet, which you can get at Home Depot. They're vent covers, and I've stuck it to the actual Avery L label that comes in the pack, and I just stuck it to the back of it. And as you can tell, they don't fall off. And there you go, you can see that the back of it is from the packaging. So that's what I do with my stamp sets that have coordinating dies. This way I don't have to think about it, I don't have to look for them, and I know that they're both in there. I don't have too many of those. Alright, so the next one I'm going to show you is, let's see. I have, for example, this set from Red Rubber Designs. And as you can tell, I've put what it is. And what I've done is I've laminated, for these kind of stamps, because they're heavy, I've laminated a sheet of white paper to the sizes that I told you earlier. And my stamps are now clinging to that piece of laminated cardstock. So it will hold up and it won't damage your stamps, and they're not falling all over the place, which that was one of the things that used to annoy me, having them in the scrap rack because they were falling out all the time. I would always find stamps on the floor behind my scrap rack. So right now they're in no particular order. I just took them out of the scrap rack and put them into the sleeves and made the labels. Now I have to go through them. I got to divide them by what kind of what system I want to use. Whether it's going to be a sentiment or it's going to be a holiday. I have to figure out what my categories are. Here's some of the Avriel. I actually took the paper out by mistake, but I have a few extra just for growing purposes because I'm always ordering stamps. And let's see, here's another one that has multiple kinds of stamps. And because they were little stamps and they were all Halloween stamps, I put them all in the same thing, and I just wrote the one that I knew was Technique Tuesday, and then the ones I don't know, I just put Halloween stamps, manufacturer unknown. I did all of this probably in 2 days, I would say, because they were pretty much, put together. I didn't have to sit and figure it out. I do have a lot of stamps that I don't know who made them. Like, for example, that one. And again, this was a big sheet. What I did was I cut the sheet in smaller pieces so that it would all fit. I mean, it was a big, maybe 8.5 by 11. And I couldn't cut it in half because it wouldn't work in half. So I just cut it into, this part into 2 pieces, and then this one is one just big piece. Don't be afraid to cut them. Nobody really cares. Here's another one with multiple manufacturers, but because they're all like sentiments and they were kind of like a mishmash of stuff, like missing you, love you, I put them all together in one sleeve. So I need to update that in my catalog as well. So hope you like the way I store my stuff. If you have any questions, make sure to leave me a comment. Have a great day.